Okay, Simin Kuftzadi Dalet, if your base. Finishing Dine Goises Shmiras Hames. So also Latatos Hames for Shabbos, you are not allowed to move a mace on Shabbos because it's Muksa. Filu L'Tzorah Kohanim, even for Kohanim. Meaning if Kohanim are around, then you got to move the mace. So, even for a mitzvah, Rakali Akum, you're allowed to have a guy move the mace. In my Kroivim Roitzim, but if the Kroivim want. The Kroivim don't want, then don't move it. The ayin to come on. Fine. Simin Kuf Tzadi, hey, Hilchos Kriya, Oboy Yutal Tzif. So, okay, I hope nobody's freaked out by doing these halachas. There's a minig in the Welt that people don't learn Hilchos Avelos, these types of things. But Lamais, it's part of the regular learning schedule here. So I mean, things should be fine. Yeah. Okay, so Dine Kriya. Yeah, Hilchos Kriya. So Misha Me'alef. Misha Me'eslameshu Chai L'Savalav. Somebody who has to tear Kriya for a mace, Tayyim Asavalon. Which Ayin L'Kaman Siman Reish Gimel, which mason is that? So Chayiv L'Kroya Lov, you Chayiv to tear Kriya. The Chayiv L'Kroya Mo'umad, you have to be standing up. Shenemar Vayokom Amelech Vayikra Es Begodav, and he tore his clothing. If you tore Kriya when you're sitting down, you're wearing Yotzer, Sarach Lachel L'Kroya Mo'umad, you have to go back and do tear Kriya Mo'umad. L'Chatchila, Sarach L'Kroya Koidim Sheyisem Pnei HaMeis Bekever Ba'oid Chima Masarot. The L'Chatchila is you need to tear Kriya before they cover up the mace in the kever when the tsar is heated up. Right? Fine. The mason that you're required to be misavel on, you need to tear Kriya by the neck in front of you. And you need to tear it from the lip, literally. Like meaning you do it from the edge of the garment and below. Below the right of the beged, not to the width. The tearing is supposed to go down. And you need to tear where the beged was complete. Meaning if it did before, then don't do that. And not where it was already sewn up. Fine. There's a difference in the kriya of a father and a mother, it's kriya of other relatives. I'll call it mason correct tefach beged ha'elyon v'dayeh. On all mason, you tear a tefach, the upper garment, whichever upper garment it is, either it's a jacket or a shirt, and that's enough. Ein l'kroya yosef, don't tear more than that. But from baltashkes, because it's baltashkes, don't ruin the beged. But on parents, start l'kroya kol begodim, you have to tear all the begodim that the person is wearing ad keneged levi until opposite the heart. We
don't pass him like that, right?
Why not?
I don't know. I didn't tear all the begodim that I was wearing.
What?
I don't think I tore all the begodim I was wearing.
No, because the undershirt is not considered a beged, and a coat is not considered a beged. Right? But the shirt and jacket they do. Right?
And for a non-parent, only the jacket, not the shirt.
Correct. I think the minute to do the shirt because that's what you wear.
Right.
But anyways, he says that except for the ksainis, which is really an undershirt, that you don't tear. Can a beged true loivish rakli item, and even the beged that you only wear sometimes, like the jacket, l'mayla mikol begodav, so the problem who yoyser l'shuk gam belodoi, and sometimes he goes out to the shuk without it, meaning could go in mantle. I mean a jacket. People back then were not seen in the street without jackets. The beged said gamkein ein tzarich l'kroya. That also doesn't need kriya. Meaning a coat, whatever, like something that you go outside with only, right? Fine. If you didn't tear all the begadim, you're not yotze. The way a woman does it is first she should tear the lower, let's say her shirt. The tassels the carol stud and then move the shirt to wear it sideways so nobody would see because it's not see. And then tear the beged elyon. So then her heart will not be revealed. Even if she's wearing a shirt, right? I'm sorry, undershirt. It's still preaches to have the outer shirt. Right? So it's because of preaches. Fine. The minig is by other relatives, you tear on the right side, or love of beside small. Why? If he should start legalis is levi, who beside small, because by a parent you need to be magali your heart, which is on the left side. Right? With the ever ain't in ma'akim, with the ever is not ma'akim. Hey. On all other mason, if you want to use your hands, tear with your hands. If you want, use a kli. But on a father and a mother, it's dafka with the hands. Haminig, and one of the migas that ever on the Chevra or he calls it Chevra Kadosha, Paita Kitzas Pesakin, first cuts with a little bit with a knife, Aval Paitis for Makam Achatach, and then the Aval grabs that area, the Karei, and tears. And you have to be careful that you tear it with the length of the beged, not in the width. Right? Yeah. Fine. But I'll call Mason, right? On all Mason, in Machla Begadim, Shiva, let's say somebody changes his Begadim during Shiva, which you're really not supposed to do, but sometimes it gets disgusting, whatever it is. Right? They're not allowed to wear new clothing, or even laundered clothing, like we do in the 9 days. He does not have to tear on what he is wearing now. Meaning, if for whatever reason an oval, not for parents, changes their clothing, they don't have to re-tear. But on parents, if he swaps his clothing during the weekday, during Shiva, he does need to. Shabbos, Shabbos, you don't wear a beged. Well, but he has no other begadim to switch. Then you take the tear and you move it to the back so nobody sees it on Shabbos. On Shabbos, you're not supposed to wear, and all Batson is not supposed to wear Shabbos clothing, even on Shabbos. Our Lubash Big Day Shabbos also, but to wear Big Day Shabbos, it is also. Zion, I'll call a Mason Mitzad Hadin, and on all Mason, Mitzad Hadin, right? Shiloh. So Shiloh means you can fix it. You can fix the tear. The Einish of Teufer, Biro Bilti Shava. What you can do is you can sew it up, but it shouldn't look perfect. Lacha Shiva after Shiva, Ma'acha, right? And then what you could do is you can also fix it. The Einish of Teufer Karai La'acha Lamed after Shloshim. Then you could sew it up properly. Allah V'yima Shiloh La'acha Lamed, but a father and a mother, you can only fix up the beged after Shloshim. Ve'inem Ma'acha La'olam, and you can sew it up, but you can't fix it perfect forever. Even if you want to cut around it and put a patch and sew it that way, obviously back then we're talking about where they had very little money and you didn't just have a lot of shirts, right? So it was a big deal for somebody who had to tear kriya. But even to put a patch there is also. But the minig is even on other mason during shloshim you do not you don't fix it at all. Not only that, but even to take both ends of the tearing and to put it together with a needle or a safety pin is also. And a woman, even on her father and her mother, shelelas la'alta, she's allowed to fix it right away. Because of sneers. And all tears from Kriya that it's also to sow. Even if you sell that beggar to somebody else, also the guy who buys it is not allowed to sew it up. That's why the meicher has to tell the lekeach, by the way, you're buying a torn shirt, you are never allowed to fix it. Why anybody would want it, I don't know. I guess maybe it would be like a Chaim Kanievsky shirt or something like that, so then maybe. But also the meicher la'akum is also to sell it to a guy, because a guy is not going to listen, and a guy is going to sew it up. Okay, we will stop over there. We should hear Besudas Taivas, and we shouldn't never need any of these halachas. All right. A good talk.
Thank you.
A good year. Everybody should have a fine night.
Why, when Mashiach comes, is no one's going to die?
No idea. I can't worry about. If I worry too much about Mashiach, I don't know if I'll.
Well, I don't know. You said so we should never know these halachas, but I'm saying from what I understand, everybody dies. No.
And what?
You said in the end that we should never know these halachas, have to learn these halachas. But from my understanding, everybody dies. No.
Hopefully
I have no
not.
idea.
What do you mean? Hopefully not. That's what I'm trying to understand. Hopefully not means that it's in the future. It's not going to happen.
I mean, maybe it will, maybe it won't. We don't know if we're gonna be immortal when Mashiach comes or not. So hopefully not.
Got it.
I mean, hopefully yes. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. All right.
Yeah. Anyways, all right. A good talk, everybody. I'm telling you now. It's good to see you.
Yeah, as usual.